welcome to the convocation of the Mouat Secondary School's graduating class of 2022 celebration. Graduates, please remain standing, and everyone else, if you're able to, please rise and remove your caps. A swale. Tonight, we are gathered in celebration of this year's graduating class. The Abbotsford School District and the Abbotsford Entertainment Centre are located on the traditional territory of the Stalo people, the Samath and Mathqui First Nation. With this, we respect the long-standing relationships that Indigenous nations have to this land as they are the original caretakers. The Abbotsford School District acknowledges historical and ongoing justices that Indigenous nations endure in Canada and accept responsibility as an educational institution to contribute toward revealing and correcting miseducation by renewing respectful relationships with the Indigenous communities through teaching and community engagement. To begin this evening, I would like to welcome Tyrone Thomas from the Kwantlen First Nation and Jesse Oldcody of the Stolo Nation to welcome us with the traditional Stolo song.
Isia, Statasultan, Tamachtalat, Tosqui, Tulitsaqua, Wanik, Squa, Casta, Kwantlen, Yaku Kusai, Quilla, Thais Whale, Chichak Siam, Yaku Kusai, Quilla, Thais Mestiu, Etos Squalawal, Tialit Solcha, Tasqualawal, Quasamisqua, Skek Equala Tala Whale. I just wanted to do a little explanation what we're going to do. I just formally introduced us in the Halkamalam language that is of the Stalo people, this territory. And it's been in our tradition to sing a welcome song. It was taught to us by our parents, our grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on. So with that, we'd like to thank W.J. Mouat for having us here to do, it's an honor to do this work. Hai chuk.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. You can be seated. Well, isn't this exciting? We are finally back in the center in what seems like forever to celebrate and acknowledge our graduates, their families, and their advocates. Honored guests, ladies, gentlemen, on behalf of the J. Mouat Secondary School, I welcome to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2022. Graduates, we are here to celebrate your many years of school. For some of you, it's been 13. For a few of you, a little longer. This is a significant achievement for all of you, and we are all very proud of you. Surrounding you tonight are people who believed in you, all the parents who dragged you out of bed in the morning, the siblings you begged rides from, all the friends who helped you with your homework, the teachers who inspired you, the support staff that gave you extra help, the counselors that guided you, the vice principals who harassed you and threatened you one day, and then fed you lunch and cut some pretty sweet deals on your behalf. Each of you have many reasons to be proud tonight. Graduates, there's a little bit of work for you to do tonight. You have 3 jobs: to celebrate your achievement, to celebrate the achievements of your peers, and to show gratitude to the many people who have supported you along the way. In particular, I would like you to think for a moment about our incredible staff at J. Mouat. Believe it or not, these people are not in it for the money. They're in it for each and every one of you. They do this important work because seeing you achieve your goals is their reward. They want to challenge you to be your best, do your best, and ignite your passion for lifelong learning. Please join me in thanking the passionate and talented educators at J. Mouat. Tonight's ceremony has been carefully prepared for each of you and promises to be a very special moment in your young life. Each student crossing the stage tonight will receive a school leaving certificate. Graduates will be able to pick up their official graduation certificates in the fall from the school office, following the reporting of their final assessments and grades. If you're receiving a district scholarship or Abbotsford Community Foundation awards, you will receive that as you cross the stage and your name is read aloud. I would like to bring your attention to some of the items that are necessary to protect the decorum of tonight's event. It is our desire that your graduation ceremony reflect the honor and dignity of this important achievement. In keeping this in mind, we ask everybody now just to double check that their cell phones are on silent. This is you 2 grads. We also ask that everybody remain seated until the end of the ceremony to ensure each graduate is honored. And finally, regardless of how shocked or excited you may be that your child is actually graduating, please do not use air horns. Imagine waiting 13 years to hear your child's name read only to have it drowned out by an air horn. Please respect this request. We would really appreciate it, and so do our graduates. It is now my pleasure to officially begin tonight's graduation exercise by introducing our distinguished platform party. I will ask you to hold your applause until I've introduced everybody. From the Board of Education, we have Trustee Wilson. From Senior Management, we have Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Ning. Next to him, we have our Vice Principal, Ms. Soraya Rajabali. And then we have Mr. Gill. And our Principal, Ms. Linda Polistretti. And my name is Jenny Bell, and I'm your host for tonight. Absent from our platform party today is Mr. W.J. Mouat. Tonight's ceremony is held in part in his honor. Mr. Mouat, our school's namesake, passed away in 2004. He is a wonderful advocate of our school and a proud supporter of all of our school's accomplishments. We know that Mr. Mouat would be very proud of the way the class of 2022 has maintained the tradition of excellence and responsible citizenship at the school named in his honor. At this time, I would like to welcome Trustee Wilson to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Education. Please welcome Trustee Shirley Wilson.
Good evening, distinguished guests, Assistant Superintendent Nathan Ing, Principal Linda Polistretti, Vice Principals Bell, Gill, and Rajabali, and staff. And good evening to you, W.J. Mouat Hawks. Actually, I've been to these grads, so I know you can do better than that. All right, okay, short, loud, good, you're getting there. So it is my pleasure to bring greetings to you, Hawks, on behalf of the Board of Education. You are a mighty fine-looking group this evening, all dolled up, shining, pretty, all spiffy. And grads, you also look pretty good as well. So in a moment, Hawks, I'm going to ask you all to do something for me. I expect that you have all been advised to be on your very best behavior, respectful of all of the proceedings this evening, and to sit quietly, not leave, not be rambunctious. Your parents have been asked not to blow horns, your friends, your family. But just for a moment, we're going to take a break from that rule. Humor me. We will get back to this in a moment, but honestly, I'm just checking right now to see if you're listening. But I know most of you are just rather happy to be here tonight, finally waiting to cross this stage and waiting to get out that door so that you can get out and celebrate on your own terms, safely, of course. After all, this is the first convocation since the beginning of the pandemic for you, for Mouat Hawks. Isn't that something to celebrate? We are here together tonight in person. Congratulations to everybody that's here. Nobody seems very excited, but yeah, there you go. So anyways, I need, actually, the Mouat Hawks to stand up for me for a moment, quietly. Okay, take 3 seconds, shake it out, because I know you've been nervous. Yeah, good, so you're still listening. Now I want you to scan this room and hear, because we have some staff, we have your family, we have friends, and I want you to look at them all, because these people sitting around you, they have supported you to get here today to where you are. And while you think you did it in this year with your friends that you're graduating with, you didn't. You started this journey long before you entered kindergarten. So graduates, I want you to take one more look around and give those people a big round of applause. Okay, so this is the part where I say sit down. Okay, Good job, well done. Hawks, really, graduating class of 2022, congratulations to all of you. I wish you nothing but the best of success. Good luck to you all.
Thank you, Trustee Wilson. It is now my pleasure to invite Assistant Superintendent Mr. Ying to address the graduating class. Please welcome Mr. Ying.
Good evening, parents, caregivers, grandparents, friends, siblings, teachers, and staff. Tonight's a time to celebrate and acknowledge the accomplishments of the young adults in this year's graduating class, to share how proud we are of their hard work, dedication, and resiliency to persevere through some of the most challenging times we have faced, and to be exemplary examples of what our future holds. I want to acknowledge and thank everyone in the audience tonight who have contributed to the success of our graduates in their learning journey over the last 13 years. Your support has, without a doubt, contributed to their school and life success. It takes a village, and I want to take a moment to recognize your important role in the successes we are celebrating today. Grads of W.J. Mouat, on behalf of the senior management team here in the Abbotsford School District and the Ministry of Education, please accept my congratulations on arriving at this very special moment in your educational journey. I want to acknowledge and affirm to you that this evening you are graduating from one of the finest schools, in one of the finest districts, in one of the best educational systems, not just in this country, but in the world. As a result of this education, there are opportunities ahead of you that are endless. So I hope that you're ready to take on and take full advantage of those opportunities that are ahead of you. I want to thank you for allowing us as the adults to be a part of this learning journey the past 13 years, and we are excited to see you continue to accomplish great things. Wherever you're headed, back to school, into the workforce, you will have ample opportunity to utilize your agency, your powerful voice, your individual experiences and stories to make a difference, to serve the greater good, to impact change, to fight for equity, to model citizenship, to get involved, to change the world. So W.J. Mouat Secondary Class of 2022, we wish you all the best as you move forward and start building your brighter tomorrows. Congratulations and have a great evening.
Thank you, Mr. Dean. I would now like to call upon our principal, Ms. Linda Paulistretti, to present some very prestigious awards this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. This evening, I will be presenting the Governor General's Bronze Medal for Scholastic Merit to the top academic student in last year's graduating class. I will then introduce the top candidates for this year's Governor General's Medal. First, a little bit about the Governor General's Medal. In 1873, the Governor General of Canada, at that time Lord Dufferin, created a medal to recognize scholastic achievement. Today, the Governor General's academic medals are awarded at 4 levels: bronze at the secondary level, collegiate bronze at the post-secondary level, silver at the undergraduate level, and gold at the graduate level. Each year, the Governor General's academic medal is awarded to the student who graduates with the highest standing in his or her institute across Canada. The Governor General's Bronze Medal at high school level is based on scholastic achievement in the student's grade 11 and 12 courses. A recipient is not declared until a final transcript of all grades is forwarded to the school by the Ministry of Education. At Mouat, we award the Governor General's Bronze Medal to the deserving candidate at the following year's graduation ceremony. This evening, it is my pleasure to award the Governor General's Bronze Medal for the 2021 school year to Gurman Nijan. True to form, Gurman is unable to join us tonight as she is busy working away at UFV, taking intercession science courses. This dedicated scholar achieved a 98.8% average across her grade 11 and 12 courses and received an astounding 100% in pre-calculus 12, calculus 12, and 99% in chemistry 12. In addition, she was an avid basketball player and participant in student leadership during her time at Mouat. It is my pleasure to congratulate Gurman on a recipient of the 2021 Governor General's Bronze Medal winner. For the grad class of 2022, there are 9 candidates for this potential that have the potential to win the Governor General's Award. Following the completion of exams and semester 2, we will be submitting your marks to the Ministry of Education, and we feel confident that one of you, 9, will be the recipient of this prestigious honor. You'll be asked to come back in June of 2023. Each of these candidates has an average of greater than 97% currently in all their grade 11 and 12 courses, and has nothing less than an A in their final marks for all courses completed thus far. Each candidate is within 1% of the other 8 candidates. It will be a photo finish. Could each of the following candidates please stand in recognition of your nomination for the Governor General's Bronze Medal for the class of 2022? We will see one of you on this stage next year. Clea Brummett. Kai Chow. Ibidat Dillon. Sukhjit Dada. Kayla Nguyen. Jacob Sims. Ewan Sim. And Juliana Su. Please join me in a round of applause for these 9 individuals. Our next academic award is the Dr. Terry Pelton Memorial Trophy. This award recognizes outstanding academic achievement for both grade 11 and 12 students and is in honor of our first principal, Dr. Terry Pelton. Our winner achieved an average of 97% in her academically rigorous grade 11 and 12 courses, all while contributing to our school through extracurricular and voluntary activities. It is my pleasure to call upon Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Nathan Ning, to present the Terry Pelton Memorial Award to Ibidat Dillon. Ibidat, come and join us. It's a long walk up here. Our final academic award this evening is the Board of Education Scholastic Award. This recognizes our top academic grade 12 student at this moment in time and comes with an $1,000 check. This brilliant and hardworking student has achieved a 98% average in his grade 12 courses, including Chemistry 12, Calculus 12, Anatomy and Physiology 12, Social Justice 12, in addition to his French immersion courses. This student is also a superstar in the area of service and won the extremely prestigious Loren Scholar Award. At this time, I'd like to call upon Trustee Wilson. It is my honor to present the Board of Education Award to Mr. Kai Chow. Thank you, Trustee Wilson. Thank you, Mr. Ning. Congratulations, Ividat and Kai.
At this time, I would like to call upon our valedictorian to please come to this stage. I'm going to wait till she's up here, and then I'll start talking about her. Each year, the graduating class elects one student to represent them and speak on their behalf at the graduation ceremony as their class valedictorian. This year, the honor goes to an incredible young woman. She is a scholar, a passionate social justice advocate, a talented dancer, and an admired leader who demonstrates all that it means to be a Mouat Hawk. She is a valued voice amongst her peers and the perfect representative of this year's graduating class. It's my pleasure to present you this year's valedictorian, Ms. Valera Garcia Embres.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming, parents, teachers, mentors, siblings, and of course, all of our graduates. Let's give one more round of applause to all of our graduates. Come on, yeah! Now, one of the most cliche starts to a valedictorian speech is the overdone, "We made it." Nevertheless, after the year we've had, I think it's fitting to start that way anyways. We made it. Throughout our time here at Mouat, we've survived a pandemic, flooding, online school, grade 9 socials, a heat dome, and the political and economic state of the world. But this grad class alone has gone through so much that we're equipped to handle literally anything. Speaking of survival, for those of you who don't know, I went to Chief, and 4 years ago at this very time, we attended a How to Survive High School 101 course. We went down to the MPR, the multipurpose room, to ask all sorts of questions because we were genuinely terrified about being shoved into lockers. And if I'm being honest, I didn't even think I was going to survive the first week. Flash forward to the present day, I wasn't shoved into a locker, but I definitely think we took that survival theme a little too seriously. Another thing I was absolutely dreading about grade 8 was our orientation day. For those of you who don't know, Every year, Mouat welcomes the grade 8s to our school, and we do a tour day and barbecue and stuff like that. But what they don't tell you is when you walk in, they have the grads, the leadership students lined up along the sides, just clapping and cheering for you. And let me tell you, it's the most embarrassing thing ever. So my first memory at Mouat is being absolutely embarrassed walking through this crowd of leadership students. And a couple weeks ago, I found myself doing grade 8 tours, and I'm a little ashamed to say it, but I was the embarrassing, clapping grade 12 student. Being on the other side of these tours helped me realize a couple things. One, as I was walking around the school leading the little grade 8s, I found myself in so many classrooms that I'd never even stepped foot in before. When I came into grade 9, I was 100% focused on academics. So I spent pretty much all of my time upstairs and in the French hallway. After like a year, I realized that that was no way to live and diversified my portfolio in a sense and joined other classes like drama and film. But walking around, I realized how many other classes I could have joined. And yeah, at first I was sad, thinking that maybe I had missed something. Maybe I should have taken art, or maybe I should have taken mechanics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But then I remembered something that my mom always says to me. We're not done yet. Just because we're done high school doesn't mean we don't have to stop trying new things. I know it's sad because it feels like a whole chunk of our lives is ending, and as cheesy as it sounds, it's not. This is just the beginning. So if you're regretting not taking fitness or not taking band, don't. Because guess what? We're pretty much adults now, and I'm sure we can find some clarinet lessons or something on eBay. So don't regret ever not trying something in high school, because it's never too late, especially now. The second thing I realized while showing these little grade 8ers around is that there's 361 of you here, and every single one of you has had a different experience. Some of you have grown up in the arts wing, or in the mechanics room, or in the football shed. But if you think about it, we all can't be that different. Looking into those little grade 8's eyes, I was reminded of a very familiar feeling. You know, the one of being a deer in the headlights, embarrassed, but excited, but scared. Yeah, that one. Their looks reminded me of us. Because if you think about it, they are us. Because next year, it's our turn to be the rookies again. It doesn't matter if you're going to university or if you're taking a gap year or working. We're ending this chapter and starting a new one. And as we know, starting anything from scratch isn't the smoothest transition. There's going to be obstacles. Take it from someone who failed their end test twice because they drove into incoming traffic twice. They passed me. You know what? I'm a terrible driver, but you know what? Everything is possible. But I digress. Throughout our lives, we will be rookies over and over and over and over again. But every time we start anew, we bring more things with us. Because of our diverse experiences here at Mouat, some of us are going to head into the world knowing how to change a tire, or more about time management, or how to use a dark room, or make poetry, or movies, or redox equations, bridges, or spreadsheets. But our collective experiences through this year have taught us a set of other skills. They have taught us to be resilient. The pandemic taught us that no matter how different and scary and difficult a moment in our lives will be, time moves forward. 2 years ago today, at this time, we were still trapped inside our house and uncertain about literally everything, but time goes by, and it always does. So we just have to be patient and enjoy what we have at the moment. The floods taught us to expect the unexpected and that there's power in community. Online school taught us how to take responsibility and that we could simultaneously be in class and in deep sleep. So, as I'm standing here in front of all of you today, I just wanted to say how proud I am of us. I know, like I said, high school hasn't been the same for everyone here. But after everything we've been through, I'd be lying if I said we weren't in this together. So in the end, I guess my one piece of advice for the GLAD class of 2022 is to love each other. If high school has taught me one thing, it's that in the end, it's not about your final grade in this, or your unit test in that. Life is about finding things and the people that you love and surrounding yourselves with them. I found my people in the theater, in the library, and of course, at my dance studio. But I'm sure you guys have found your people too. So I encourage you guys to give them a hug tonight or whenever you can, because these people are what make high school just a little bit more bearable than what it has to be. So before I stop talking and before we all move on towards our own separate paths and directions, I want to remind everyone, again, just to love each other. Thank you for all the amazing memories. I love you guys. And here's to Grad 2022. Yay!
Thank you, Valeria. I really appreciate the message of how resilient this grad class has been. Actually, we both started this grad class and myself. We started at Mouat at the same time, and it has been a wild, wild ride. I also really appreciate Valeria's message just to reach out and love each other and support each other, and I know that extends to your family and friends as well. So thank you, Valeria, for that amazing and inspiring speech. Before we begin the big event, I would ask you to turn your attention to the screen, the Jumbotron overhead, for a few minutes while we learn a little bit more about the incredible work of the Abbotsford Community Foundation.
So my mom taught at Mouat Secondary, and she went there to graduated, and she taught PE and science, and then she actually was off work when I was starting at kindergarten, so I was able to spend a lot of time with her at home, and she was there for all the pickups and drop-offs. She battled cancer from when she was a teenager kind of on, but when I was 8 years old, she passed away.
And we want to remember her. We want to remember who she was and what she stood for and the kind of person she had. So we were just talking, saying we want to put together kind of a Carrie Bell Scholarship Award.
Abbotsford Community Foundation scholarships, I kind of knew about a little bit because we had the scholarship for my mom, but they really did talk about it at our school a lot. And so I was going to scholarship meetings, and this was like the one thing that if you're going to apply to any scholarships, apply to this one, because you do the year one application and you get to choose all the scholarships that you think you qualify for.
And she was in leadership. She played on the basketball team. She played on the volleyball team. She was involved in volunteering her time for helping coaching, and just a very involved student, on the honor roll, straight A's all the way across the board. Very much a leader.
The night before, they're like, okay, so you're having your presentation tomorrow for a scholarship, and then they present the first scholarship I got for the Abbotsford Minor Fastball Association, and then I got another one for the Beant Singh Dollywell Memorial Scholarship.
So they gave out the first two scholarships, and then the last scholarship, this is a really important one, and then the tears started flowing because she realized it was Mom's scholarship, and I realized it was Mom's scholarship, and I said, Mackenzie, you embody all the qualities that your mom had, and she would have been so extremely proud of you for the kind of adult you've turned into over the years, and everybody's proud of you here. So lots of tears and big hugs, and it was one of my highlights of my life is being able to give something positive about that. Just exactly what you said, something positive came out, and I couldn't wait for that moment to happen.
It's special because, I was only 8 when she passed away, and so to know that I have those similarities and I'm kind of the same in a certain sense of how we were in school with sports and academics and helping in the community, it just feels like a special connection.
So Abbotsford Foundation, for everything they've done, for all the different scholarships they have, it's a great organization to have for people who want to give back, people who have a legacy or even a memorial scholarship to keep a name alive. So I think it's a real neat thing to have here in Abbotsford.
Well, it is that time. It is now time to begin the most anticipated event of the evening, the presentation of the grad class of 2022. Grad groups 1 through 4, would you please stand and follow your teacher readers to the back? And would all ushers please take your positions? This is going to take a few minutes, so this is where I invite Mr. Gillop to do his stand-up routine. I'm just kidding. He just had a total panic. No, we're going to stay with the script. Photos. When the grads cross the stage, they are going to have an opportunity to have their photos taken by a professional photographer from Vibrant Photography, who've not only been taking photos of all the students who have received awards, but they will also get a complimentary photo of all the graduates as they leave the stage this evening. So parents, it's understandable that you might want to hustle down here to get that photo. I guarantee, even though you might have the iPhone 13 or 14, whatever it's out now, this picture is professional. They do a great job, so please just remain in your seats so everybody gets a view. If you are receiving an award from the Abbotsford Community Foundation or District Scholarship, please exit the stage on the A to K side for your picture with your donor. Okay, so that's this side of the stage, everybody. These photos will also be available to pick up at the office at the end of June. And I talked too quickly, so I will just wait here and enjoy the grads. There's a lot of them. It's going to take a while. But I can talk to you about the zipper. So the zipper is this fabulous way that we get the graduates on stage, and you'll be happy to know that there are actually 391 graduates at Mouat this year. We're the largest school in the district, and there's 361 here tonight. The zipper actually cuts 1 hour off of the ceremony, which I know you'll all appreciate. At this time, it is my pleasure to turn the podium over to Mr. Oreste Romalde and Mr. Mark Thiessen, who will begin introducing this year's graduating class from WJ Mouat. Pardon? Yeah.
All right. Our first one, Art Lawrence Aguilos. Art plans to work as an electrician apprentice, and he would like to thank his family and his teachers. Hamza Akkad. He is going to be starting post-secondary school. He would like to thank his teachers, and especially his ELL teachers, and would like to thank his family and his friends. Abdullah Albouni. Abdullah is planning to go to university for business. He would like to thank all his teachers for being there for him, and especially his parents for supporting him. Haya Al-Daman. Haya is planning to work and go to university. She would like to thank her parents and teachers for helping her get through school. Omran Alhaj Kazem. Omran will be studying computer programming. He would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. Kareem Al-Masharika. Their plan for next year is to go to pilot school, and they'd like to thank all of their teachers, and especially Ms. Bowie. Zakaria El Abdullah. Zakaria will be beginning the nursing program, and he would like to thank all his teachers for helping him improve his English language. Ragad Alamar. She is going to complete her education at university and achieve all her goals to get to a great place. She would like to thank her family because they're always there to support her and stand next to her, and all of her teachers as well. Abdel Alared. Abdel is planning to work for a year and then go back and continue his studies, and he would like to thank his teachers, friends, and family. Mohammed Al-Barhoum. Mohammed is planning to go to post-secondary school, and he would like to thank himself. Tico Almeida Lee. Tico will be taking a gap year before going to BCIT to pursue a career in engineering, and he would like to thank his teachers and his parents. Mohammed El Mohammed. His plan is to start computer technology studies at university. He would like to thank all his teachers, family, and special thanks to his ELL teachers. Siren Ann. Siren will be going to UFV in the fall. He'd like to thank his coaches, teachers, and family. Jasmine Archie. Jasmine will be attending post-secondary at SFU. She'd like to thank her family and all the teachers she's had throughout high school. She'd also really like to thank Mrs. Dick and Sam from the Thrive program. Sean Aurora. Sean will be starting his Bachelor of Science at the University of the Fraser Valley. He'd like to thank his friends, family, teachers, and especially that COVID eased off so that we could have a normal grad year. Sean is also receiving the Bertram A. Bickford Memorial Scholarship this year. Shervin Aryayazar. Shervin will be beginning his biology honors program. He'd like to thank his parents and Mr. Romaldi. And Shervin is also receiving the Calder Giacchini Memorial Scholarship this evening. Prab Atwal. Prab is going to be going to UFV and studying a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. She'd like to thank her sisters, parents, and counselors. And Prab is also receiving a Board of Education scholarship this evening. Hassanbir Olik. Hassanbir is planning to go to med school, and he would like to thank his friends, family, and teachers. Navi Olik. Navi will be attending UFV this fall, and he'd like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. Ursi Avul. Ursi is planning to go to post-secondary school and play football at the University of Saskatchewan, and he would like to thank his family, friends, coaches, and teachers. Zachary Badke. Zachary will be continuing his electrician apprenticeship while playing in the Canadian Junior Football League for the Valley Huskers. He'd like to thank, don't go anywhere yet, Zachary. He'd like to thank his parents, Coach Harder, and all the teachers that have helped him these last 4 years. He is receiving 2 awards, the Constable John Davidson Shine On Legacy Award, as well as the Douglas Jacob Rexford Gosling Memorial Award. Gurkarn Baga. Gurkarn is planning to attend UFE. He would like to thank his mom, close friends, and coaches. Gurkarn Baines. Gurkarn will be attending BCIT, beginning a Bachelor of Civil Engineering. He would like to thank his parents, teachers, and friends. Shahad Bakdash. Shahad would like to thank Mom and Dad. She says, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to the teachers for all the extra effort you make to help us grow. Khalees Balfour. Khalees will be attending college to further her career of becoming a pastry chef and then working on becoming a pediatrician. She would like to thank everyone who has been so supportive to her. Austin Barnum. Austin will be taking a gap year to play football, and he'd like to thank his coaches, friends, and family. Tatiana Berry Serratelli. She will be attending Langara College in the fall and moving to Vancouver. Don't go anywhere yet. She'd like to thank her teachers and all the Mouat staff, especially Ms. Bowie, Ms. Haley, and Mr. Dobos, and she is also receiving a Board of Education scholarship this year. Zawar Basra. Zawar will be attending University of the Fraser Valley and begin the Bachelor of Science program. He would like to thank his parents and family for their support, and also like to thank all the teachers and friends for their help. Kea Bath. Kea will begin a fine arts program at UFV. She'd like to thank Ms. White and Mr. Jordan Turner for inspiring her and helping her, and that they run the best art program she could ever ask for. Abby Bertrand. Abby plans to attend University of the Fraser Valley with the goal of becoming a speech pathologist. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. And Abby is receiving the Judith Ratzlaff Memorial Award this evening. Jasraj Bhatti. Jasraj is going to be going to UBC for engineering in Vancouver. He'd like to thank his parents, grandparents, sister, and teachers. Jasraj is also receiving the Abbotsford Principals and Vice Principals Association Award this evening. Navjot Bhatti. Navjot would like to thank all of his teachers this year. Taryn Bhatti. Taryn would also like to thank all the teachers that helped them get through this year. Prabhpal Buller. Prabhpal will be studying nanotech engineering and quantum computing at the University of Waterloo. He would like to thank his friends, family, and the faculty, and he is also receiving the Kiwanis Club scholarship this evening. Jenna Biller. Jenna would like to thank all of the teachers this year. Amy Boone. Amy is planning to do a one-year program at Quimby Bible College and then pursuing a bachelor's degree in social sciences. And Amy would like to thank Mr. Ray. Amanda Boudreau. Amanda is planning to work full-time next year, and she would like to thank her friends. Chelsea Bramall. Chelsea will be attending UFV in the fall, and she'd like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Ajit Singh. Ajit is planning to go to UFV in the fall, and he'd like to thank his mom, Ms. White, and Mr. Jordan Turner of the art program. And Ajit is also receiving an award this evening, the District Scholarship for Visual Arts. Dia Brar. Dia is planning to attend the University of Fraser Valley to study psychology. She would like to thank all of her teachers from kindergarten to present, and especially her family. Ria Brar. Ria is planning to complete her undergraduate degree at Simon Fraser University in criminology, and she would like to thank all of her teachers throughout her education from elementary to high school, as well as her family. I'd like to now welcome Mr. Ramaldi to the podium.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to introduce the second group, Gerline Brar. This grad would like to thank her teachers. Harleen Brar. She plans on attending UFV to obtain a Bachelor of Science program. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Karnveer Brar. He plans to attend UFV and do the business program. He would like to thank his mom and dad. Manveet Brar. He plans to study science. He would like to thank his parents and teachers. Megan Brar. She will attend UVic in January 2023 for a Bachelor of Science degree in the Earth Sciences. She would like to thank her family for aiding her throughout her years in school, her friends for creating everlasting memories, and Mr. Perry. Razmeet Brar. He plans to attend UFV in January. He'd like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. Sahib Brar. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Sukhpaneet Brar. She will be attending the University of Toronto. She would like to thank her family and friends, and a special thanks to Miss Nera. She will be receiving the Calder Gacchini Memorial District Scholarship and a district scholarship in international languages. Ariana Brown. She plans to attend SFU and complete a Bachelor of General Studies in Education. She would like to thank her family and friends. Clea Brummett. She will be attending UBC Sauder School of Business. She would like to thank her parents, brother, friends, and teachers at Mouat. She will be receiving the Varing Marketing Group Award and a district scholarship as an elite athlete. Harlan Bullock. They plan to attend the Fine Arts program at UFV. They would like to thank Miss Susanna White and Mr. Oreste Romaldi for encouraging them and being patient and kind. They will be receiving the Constable John Davidson Shine On Legacy Award, a WJ Mouat Grad Award. Lindell Burdos. He plans on working extra throughout the next few months and to focus on himself. He would like to thank his mom, his sisters, along with his close friends for helping him through tough times. Julia Bushman. She is taking some time to figure out her future life and plans. She would like to thank the Compass program, the Learning Support program, her family, and friends. Natalia Kalnick. She plans to move to Vancouver to get her business degree and broker's license, to dream to get into real estate and sell her first house in less than a year. She would like to thank WJ Mouat for welcoming her for her first and last year at this school, her mom for encouraging her along the way, her big sis for being her inspiration. Madeline Carter. She will be attending school at West Coast College of Massage Therapy to become a registered massage therapist. She would like to thank her teachers for putting up with her with all her lates and missed classes, and also her parents. She will be receiving the All-Star Mechanical Award, a WJ Mouat Grad Award, a District Scholarship Award for being an elite athlete. Sam Chahal. He will be going to the CAP program at Yale Secondary. He would like to thank his mom, dad, Miss Backer, and Miss Crawford. Yuvreet Chahal. He plans to attend post-secondary at UFV. He would like to thank his family and friends. Ilya Chasnik. He plans to work next year. He would like to thank his parents, friends, teachers, and a shout out to Mr. Newton for being the best science teacher. Simran Chima. She'll be attending UFB next year. She would like to thank her parents for everything they have done for her friends, her classmates for making these 4 years the best years ever. Arshbir Chira. She'll be attending post-secondary education next year. She would like to thank her family and teachers for always believing in her. Kaja Chendorkrov. They plan on resting next year. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Nathaniel Chunalamantri. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Kai Chow. He plans on studying life sciences at McGill University. He would like to thank those who motivated him to do and be more. A special shout out to Miss Bowater, Miss Nara, and Mr. Romaldi. I'm not making that up. He will be receiving the following awards. The winner of the prestigious Canada-wide $100,000 Loran Scholarship, the Jeff Cowell Memorial Award, a W.J. Mowat Grad Award, and a District Scholarship for Music. Colin Koyoy. He plans to be a pharmacist. He would like to thank his teachers and friends. Jindel Cruz. She plans to attend UFE. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Jesse Kudal. He plans to attend UFE for a Bachelor in the Criminal Arts Justice Program. He would like to thank his family, friends, for helping him to succeed and accomplish on graduating Mowat in 2022. Jolene Deandra. She plans to work towards completing her apprenticeship in carpentry. She'd like to thank her mom, dad, for loving and caring and supporting her through her obstacles of life, and her friends that made her 18 years fun. She'll be receiving the Al Pauls Memorial Award, the J&F Financial Group Award, the Getz Family Construction and Trades Award, the John A. Muriel Murphy Memorial, and the Moreau Contractors Limited Award. Rebecca DeBeer. She'll be taking a gap year, working as a camp counselor and traveling prior to attending Capilano University in the fall of 2023. She would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers. From the big actions to the small ones, they have made a world of difference in her life. Bram de Klerk. He plans to earn a Bachelor of Science and a push-up award. No, he plans to earn a Bachelor of Science at UBC Okanagan. He thanks his family for guiding him into the future and is excited to pursue, and his friends for always making him laugh while his teachers were talking. That might have been me. Sukchit Dada. She plans to attend UFE for a Bachelor of Science degree. She thanks her family, friends, and teachers. She'll be receiving a Beehive Rebecca Lodge number 67 award. Avijot Singh. He plans to attend UFE in January. He'd like to thank his family and teachers. Jason Dollywall. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Gurmat Dollywall. He is going to university and working in the House of Commons in the Page program. He thanks his parents, sisters, brother, friends, and teachers. Ramit Dollywall. He plans on attending UFB and doing a bachelor's in the Business Administration program. He thanks his amazing parents, his 2 elder sisters, his overachieving twin, and very loving Uncle Balbir Singh, #CoolCatsForLife. A shout out to Mr. Gill and Mr. Jaswal. Ibadid Dillon. She'll be attending UBC for a Bachelor of Science degree. She thanks her friends, family, and teachers. She'll be receiving an Abbotsford Rotary Club Award, the Jeff Cowell Memorial Award, Hartley and Rosalind Lovelick Memorial Award. Armand Dinza. He plans to work in a post-secondary program. He thanks his teachers that supported him and led him to the path of education. Jorwar Dinza. He plans to wrestle at the national level and to be on the Canadian national wrestling team. He would like to thank everyone who has helped him and supported him during his time at school and guiding him to the way of success. Zach Dick. He plans to attend SFU in the fall. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Carter Dixon. He plans to play Junior A hockey next year. He thanks his mom and dad. Kian Dobson. He plans on fishing next year. He thanks his parents and all the shop teachers. Cassandra Dodd. This grad would like to thank their teachers. At this time, will groups 5 and 6 please make their way backstage?
Kieran Dubb. Kieran is going to UFV to get her Bachelor of Science degree in biology. She would like to thank her family and her friends, and tonight she'll receive the Badisha and Associates Award and the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Awas Ito. Awas plans to go to UFV for a Bachelor of Science degree. She would like to thank her family and her best friend for being there for her and for her amazing teachers who taught and helped her. Tassina Esau. Tassina plans to attend Capilano University for the music program and would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers who have helped her along the way. Tonight she'll receive the Hartley and Rosalind Levick Memorial Award, the Jacob Wilson Memorial Award, and the Mary Selby Music Award. Gionce Escueto. Gionce is attending UFV in the fall for a Bachelor of Science degree and would like to thank her mom, her grandma, her aunt, her friends, and Madame Sauvé. Sarah Espiritu. Sarah plans to attend Kwantlen Polytechnic University in January to get a Bachelor of Science major in Health Science and would like to thank her friends, teachers, and especially her family. Nora Evans. Nora plans to attend UFV to study psychology and would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Chad Falk. Chad would like to take this opportunity to thank his teachers. Bladen Folland. Bladen would like to thank his teachers this evening. Trenton Folland. Trenton would like to thank his teachers. Madison Franson. Madison plans to do a post-secondary degree in a Bachelor of Journalism and would like to thank her friends and family. Carl Fries. Carl will be earning money to save for further education at Vancouver Film School next year. He would like to thank Robin Hutman, Vanessa Paternoster, Janelle Traber, Janelle Dick, Sam Duraska, his friends and family, and the sidewalk for keeping him off the street. Naomi Friesen. Naomi plans to attend UBC Okanagan to get a Bachelor of Nursing degree. She would like to thank her friends and family for always being there for her and to give a shout out to Auntie Jenny Bell, Mr. Perry, and Mr. McCall for always making her day. Sophia Friesen. Sophia will be traveling to South America for 4 months to help her dad with his cattle ranch and would like to thank her mom, sister, and Google for helping her make it through high school. Pierre Fuenteblanca. Pierre is going for a fine art program to UFV within a year or so, and he would like to thank Mr. Turner. Anthony Fung. Anthony plans to continue his education at the University of the Fraser Valley in the Bachelor of Science program. He would like to thank his family and teachers for all their support and his friends for memories that he will remember forever. He will be receiving the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award this evening. Serena Gaba. Serena will be attending UFV, and she would like to thank her friends and her family. Nicholas Gadden. Nicholas would like to thank his teachers this evening. Abhi Gandhi. Abhi will be attending UFV in the fall, and he would like to thank his friends and family. Navjot Garcha. Navjot plans to attend SFU for a Bachelor of Science in Microbiology and Biochemistry with Business Administration to be a neurosurgeon to work and volunteer with Fraser Health. She would also like to thank her teachers and administrators, especially Ms. Solgaard and Ms. Merrick, for being there every step of the way and always supporting her. This evening, she's receiving the Constable John Davidson Shine On Legacy Award, the Vandel Award, the Fraser Valley Indo-Canadian Business Association Award, and also is receiving a District Scholarship Award in Community Service. Anara Garcia Ram. Anara plans to enter UFV CDA program in the fall. She would like to thank the incredible women who have raised her to raise future incredible women, and would like to say thank you to her family and friends for supporting her in this new chapter. Valeria Garza Ambriz. Valeria plans to attend UBC for their Bachelor of Media Studies program. She would like to thank Mom, Dad, Marianne, McKenna, Mackenzie, Chelsea, Chantal, Bowater, Billow, Kai, Yasmin, Lindsay, and Marcos. And she will be receiving the Beatrice Marchant Memorial Award as well as a district scholarship in dance. Asta Gatti. Asta would like to thank her teachers this evening. Kurt Gacallo. Kurt plans to attend UFV in the fall. He would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers, and this evening he will be receiving the WA and Violet Mercer Memorial Award. Angela Gentner. Angela is entering UBC for an undergraduate degree in the Bachelor of Arts program, pursuing psychology and criminology so she can go to law school. She would like to thank her family for always believing in her academic drive, and to the teachers who have pushed for her excellence. This evening she'll receive the Bertram A. Bickford Memorial Award. Sharandeep Gag. Sharandeep will be attending post-secondary in the fall and would like to thank her family and friends. This evening she will receive the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Mercedes Gibson. Mercedes plans to attend KPU for the criminology program and would like to thank her friends, parents, and supportive teachers that she has had. Ashiana Gill. Ashiana will be attending UFV in the fall, and she would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers who've helped me throughout the year. Chandan Gill. Chandan plans to attend post-secondary in the criminology program at UFV and would like to thank her close friends, teachers, but her ultimate inspiration comes from her best friend, her mom. Damanjot Gill. Damanjot would like to thank her teachers. Harkirat Gill. Harkirat plans to attend UFV for the first year in criminology and would like to thank her family, friends, teachers, and especially her parents. Harkirat Gill. Harkirat would like to thank his teachers this evening. Harshdeep Gill. Harshdeep would like to thank his teachers and this evening is receiving the Aaron Burgess Memorial Award. Kushveer Gill. Kushveer plans to attend KPU in the fall and would like to thank her friends and family. Manmeet Gill. Manmeet plans to attend the University of Fraser Valley and would like to thank her friends and family. Natasha Gill. Natasha plans to attend Vancouver Film School and would like to thank her family and teachers. Navreen Gill. Navreen plans to take a Bachelor of Science degree at U of V and would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Ruben Gill. Ruben plans to train to become an HVAC technician and would like to thank his family and especially his mom and dad and would also like to thank his friends. Simar Gill. Simar will be attending UFV and would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. Ray Gilligan. Ray plans to attend makeup school and would like to thank Mr. Billow and Mrs. Dillon. Anna Goldschmidt. Anna plans to attend Columbia Bible College for a year of general studies and then to pursue her dream of becoming a teacher. She would like to thank her parents for their support throughout her schooling. Illyria Gray. Illyria plans to attend Capilano University next fall. She would like to thank her teachers for stressful assignments, good memories, friends and family for their support and dealing with her, and her cat for emotional support. And now I will invite Mr. Daliba to the podium.
Sam Grell. Sam will be spending this fall in Cape and Ray, Sweden. He'd like to thank his family and friends. And Sam is the recipient of the Abbotsford Career Firefighters IAFF Local 2864 Award and the Frida T. Weens Memorial Award. Anit Graywall. Anit is planning to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Food, Nutrition, and Health next year and would like to thank her parents and sisters Amik and Amin for all their support through her secondary education. Anit will be this recipient of the Dalbeer and Pertveer Gill Award and the Abbotsford Lions Club Award. Arsh Graywall. Arsh will be pursuing a Bachelor of Business Administration degree in the fall and would like to thank his family and friends. Charnjot Graywall. Charnjot would like to thank his teachers and his family. Deepjot Graywall. Deepjot would like to thank his teachers and his family. Gurgis Graywall. Gurgis will be pursuing a degree in civil engineering in the fall and would like to thank family, friends, especially mom and dad, who've helped me through everything. Jagveer Graywall. Jagveer would like to thank his teachers and family. Parmdeep Graywall. Parmdeep will be pursuing a heavy-duty mechanics degree at UFV in the fall and would like to thank family, friends, Mr. Liversidge, and Mr. Johnson. Prableen Graywall. Prableen would like to thank her teachers and family. Shabazz Graywall. Shabazz plans to work in the fall and would like to thank his family and his buddies. Pedro Rezende. Pedro plans to return to his home of Brazil in the fall and enroll in university there. Pedro would like to thank his mother, father, his 2 host families, and all of his teachers. Ermin Hans. Ermin is going to UFV in the fall for a dental hygiene degree. Ermin would like to thank her parents, family, teachers, and friends. JC Hart. JC will be attending UFV in the fall and would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. I'm going to miss you in my classes, JC. Sam Harverson. Sam will be attending UFV in the fall for a teaching degree. He'd like to thank all his teachers, and I certainly will not get a personality like this one again. Kiara Heinrichs. Kiara will be pursuing a post-secondary degree at UFV in the fall and would like to thank her wonderful parents, friends, and family. Good luck in the future, Kiara. Elise Henley. Elise will be working in mechanics in the fall and would like to thank her teachers and administrators. Noah Herman. Noah will be working in the fall and would like to thank his parents for keeping him caught up, his grandpa for driving him to school, and all his teachers for their support. Zach Hobbs. Zach plans on attending UFV in January to complete his Red Seal in welding and would like to thank all his family, friends, and teachers. Joseph Hughes. Joseph would like to thank his friends, family, and his teachers. Abby Hunter. Abby will be studying psychology and computer science at UVic in the fall and would like to thank her teachers, family, and friends. Abby will be the recipient of the W.J. Mowat Grad Award. Ariba Hussain. Ariba will be attending post-secondary in the fall and would like to thank her family and friends. She will be receiving the Bertram A. Bickford Memorial Award. Hoi Hyun. Hoi will be attending UBC in the fall and would like to thank his teachers and family for always supporting him. Hoi will be receiving the W.J. Mowat Grad Award. Divana Ilagan. Divana will be taking a gap year to explore her passion in music and would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her and believing in her. Amelia Ilnicki. Amelia plans to pursue a career in teaching fine arts, but will take some time first to experience life and dancing. She'd like to thank the incredible educators in her life, her family, and the amazing friends she got to meet this year. Philip Ionche. Philip would like to thank his teachers and his friends. Clearly, there are many of you. Avery Jansen. Avery will be heading to Carleton University in the fall to study biology, and she'd like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Avery will be the recipient of the Abbotsford Community Foundation Award. Best of luck in the future, Avery. I'll miss you. Gherkinwall Jasser. Gherkinwall will be attending UFV in the fall to pursue his Bachelor of Business Administration with a finance major. He'd like to thank his family, friends, and his teachers. Ikroop Johal. Ikroop plans to attend UFV in the fall and do a Bachelor of Science degree. Ikroop would like to thank her friends and family, especially Harleen and Gervir. Ikroop will be the recipient of the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Tanya Johal. Tanya will be attending UFV in the fall and would like to thank her mom and brother. Dylan Cambo. Dylan will be attending UFV in the fall and pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree. Dylan would like to thank his family and his teachers. Rithik Kendola. Rithik would like to thank his teachers and his family. Imanit Kang. Imanit will be attending UFV to pursue her Bachelor of Science in the fall. She'd like to thank her family, her teachers, and her besties for all the love and support. I'll miss your smile every morning, Imanit. Ali Canny. Ali will be continuing to work on getting his Red Seal certification as a heavy-duty mechanic in the fall. He'd like to thank his family and friends for pushing him to succeed. Nika Canny. Nika plans to attend the University of Calgary while studying political science and playing varsity rugby. Nika would like to thank her friends, coaches, and especially her mother for all her countless hours standing and supporting her through all of her games. Well done. Harnoor Kaur. Harnoor plans to complete her Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and work in the fall and become an independent person. She'd like to thank her family and her teachers for the journey. Japneet Kaur. Japneet will be attending post-secondary in the fall and would like to thank her family. Kushpreet Kaur. Kushpreet will be attending the University of the Fraser Valley in the fall and would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Parneet Kaur. Parneet will be working in the fall and would like to thank her parents and teachers for supporting and helping her throughout her school career. Parneet Kaur. Parneet would like to thank her teachers and her family for their support throughout her school career. Rableen Kaur. Rableen is planning to attend private flight school in the fall and would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers who supported her throughout high school. Takara Keeler. Takara plans to attend the University of Ottawa in the fall, pursuing a career in biomedical science. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and her teachers. Takara is the recipient of the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award and the W.J. Mouat Grad Award. At this time, I'd like to call Group 7 and 8 backstage, please, and thank you.
Okay, and we'll continue with Marissa Kemp. After a gap year, she plans to attend BCIT for a career in automotive. She would like to thank Mr. Newton for helping her through the struggles of high school and being someone she can look up to. Aaliyah Clausen. Aaliyah plans to attend Trinity Western University for the Bachelor of Arts program. She would like to thank her friends, family, and also her teachers. Kylan Coop. Kylan is planning on leaving for Hawaii for a 6-month YWAM trip in September. She would like to thank her support room teachers, her parents, her best friend Tatiana for being her rock through the years. Andrew Kwong. Andrew would like to thank his family and his teachers. Hanson Kwong. Hanson plans on going to the gym for a push day to hit a new bench PR. Hanson would like to thank Jackie Kwong and the boys. Bella Lischelt. Bella is going to complete the hairstylist career program at Abbey Senior, and she would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers. Harmon Lawley. Harmon will be attending a post-secondary education and would like to thank her family and teachers for helping her along the way. Sasha Lambert. Sasha plans on attending UBC, where he'll pursue a degree in computer science. He would like to thank his parents, teachers, administrators, Indigenous support workers, and his peers. Sasha will be a recipient of the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Luke Leclerc. Luke will be working on developing hobbies and improving himself. He'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, and students that made this experience splendid. They know who they are, and a huge shout out to Mr. Billow most of all. Marcos Lennox. Marcos plans on taking the first semester off and attending SFU in the spring. To study psychology. He'd like to thank his family, friends, peers, and anyone who has supported him. Jun Hao Liang. He is going to UBC to study science. He would like to thank his parents, host family, teachers, and friends. Brad Litvinsky. Brad is going to take a gap year, and he'd especially like to thank his parents, teachers, and support staff. Maria Lofty. Maria will be involved with community programs and would like to thank her mom, her dad, her siblings, Miss Nicole, Ms. Crawford, and Miss Bacher. Athena Marsman. Athena is planning to go to start the Firefighter Academy. She would like to thank her mom, her grandmother, brother, and her friends who have helped her grow into the person that she is today. Jamie McDonald. Jamie is taking a gap year. She would like to thank her parents, friends, family, Vanessa and Janelle in Compass, and her teachers. Vanessa McKenzie. Vanessa would like to thank her teachers. Can I do it? Miguel Lopez. Miguel would like to thank Ms. Finch and everyone who made his journey successful. Visha Mazuria. Visha is going to UFE to go into psychology. She would like to thank her sister Pooja for guiding her through high school and Mr. Liversidge for being a great teacher and a great friend. Pavitra Makwana. She will be attending UFV for the nursing program. She would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers. Anmol Malda. This grad would like to thank her teachers. Sanya Malhi. Sanya will be attending an engineering transfer program and would like to thank her friends, her family, and her teachers. Charanvir Malhi. He'll be studying a Bachelor of Science and would like to thank his family, teachers, and administrators. Delvir Malhi. He will be attending the University of the Fraser Valley in the fall and pursuing Bachelor's of Business Administration. He would like to thank his family and teachers. Muskan Maman. Next year, she'll be attending UFE and completing a Bachelor of Science degree. She would like to thank her parents, teachers for always being there. Gukiran Man. She plans on going to UFE for her undergraduate degree in finance and then go to law school. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Gukiran will be a recipient of a Multicultural Diversity Award. Gurveer Man. He plans on going to post-secondary and like to thank his family and all the school staff that has helped him over the years. Jasmeet Man. She is studying a Bachelor of Science at UFV and would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers. Jasmeet is a recipient of the Calder Giacchini Memorial, the GNF Financial Group, and a district scholarship in dance. Nazam Man. She is going to SFU for post-secondary and would like to thank her friends, her family, and her teachers. Caden Martins. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Charlize Matu. This grad would also like to thank their teachers. Vega Mayo. Vega will be attending BCIT in the fall for the Industrial Networking Cybersecurity Diploma program. She would like to thank her parents for their guidance and unconditional support. Brianna McCaskill. Brianna plans on taking a gap year to work and travel, then attend UFV for a teaching degree and hopes to become an elementary school teacher. She would like to thank her family and friends who walk by her side and her teachers, especially Miss Wade, for being for her every day. Devin McGovern. They plan to do the Sage 50 accounting program. Devin would like to thank Sam and Miss D and Thrive, Vanessa, Janelle, and Robin and Compass, and Miss Bowie. Cameron McMillan. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Lily Meng. Lily will be attending the University of Toronto. She would like to thank her parents, her teachers, and her sister. Lily will be the recipient of the Dr. John Muir Memorial and a district scholarship in dance. Joseph Milner. Joseph will attend Riverside College Mechanics program, and he would love to thank his family for their support. Dylan Mitchell. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Alexis Milanarich. Alexis will be getting a full-time job to earn enough money for post-secondary education. She would like to thank the LSS staff for helping me all the way through my career, helping me every step, especially during the pandemic. Elisa Molina. Elisa would like to thank Ms. Cleaver, Mr. Ray, and her family. Abhay Manga. He will be studying a Bachelor of Science at UFV. He would like to thank his family and friends.
Ria Monga. Ria plans to pursue post-secondary education and work. She would like to thank friends and family, as well as all Mouat staff and previous teachers. Raquel Monterosa. Raquel will pursue a post-secondary program at UFV and work. She would like to thank her family and friends who have supported her through her time in school. Blaze Morin. Blaze will do basic security training at the Justice Institute of British Columbia after taking a year off for work. He would like to thank his friends and family, Ms. Dick and Ms. Daraska, as well as the other staff who have supported him throughout the years. Anit Mundu. Anit will be attending flight school. She would like to thank her family and teachers. Sadwinder Nahar. Sadwinder plans to attend UFV in the winter. She would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her. Rayanne Nelson. Rayanne would like to thank her teachers. Pacey Nelson. Pacey would like to further his education in meteorology. He would also like to thank his papa, Colin, for being a light in his life. Pacey is thankful for knowing such a beautiful person. Pacey's also won the Abbotsford Minor Hockey Award. Haley Neufeld. Haley will be beginning the Bachelor of Science program at the University of the Fraser Valley. She would like to thank her many friends and educators and her loving family. Kevin, no. He plans to work. He'd like to thank family, friends, and his teachers. Kayla Nguyen. Kayla will be attending KPU for interior design in the fall. She would like to thank her friends, family, teachers, and everyone else for the love and support. Without them, she wouldn't be able to be here today. Kayla's also won the district scholarship for drafting. Kayo Nicholson de Figueroa. Kayo will be entering the Bachelor of Science program at UFE. He'd like to thank his parents and teachers, Brian Billow, Jen Nara, Joel McCall, Karen Bowater, Aresti Ramaldi, Parm Jaswal, for supporting his educational journey. Kayo's also won the Jeff Brown Memorial Music Scholarship and the Abbotsford Teachers Union Award. Divjot Nijar. Divjot will be attending post-secondary in the fall. She would like to thank friends and family, as well as her teachers for supporting her throughout her school years, especially her parents for always believing in her. She has also won the Hartley and Rosalind Lovick Memorial Award. Kisna Nikhil. Kisna plans to attend university. He would like to thank his family and teachers for all their support. Emma Nissenboim. Emma is moving to London, Ontario to attend Western University to pursue a bachelor's in psychology. She would like to thank Mr. DeLiba and Mrs. Bowater, as these two teachers have been the kindest, most understanding teachers she has ever had the privilege to have. Alfredo Ortega Mejia. He would like to thank his teachers. Brenda Ortiz. Brenda plans to pursue a career in hairdressing. She would like to thank her teachers and her counselor. Rohit Pada. Rohit would like to thank his teachers. Leonela Padilla Calderon. Leah would like to thank her teachers. Kyle Pagalayan. Kyle plans to pursue post-secondary education, a BA at UFE. He would like to thank his mom and dad, his friends and family, and everyone who helped him become the person he is today. Lily Palfrey. Lily would like to thank Mr. Newton for inspiring her, Mrs. Wade for guiding her, Ms. Haley for being her candlelight, and Stray Kids for giving her baller music. Manveer Pangli. Manveer plans to pursue post-secondary program in real estate and then a Bachelor of Business degree. She would like to thank her family and teachers for supporting and encouraging her on this journey. Soyeon Park. Soyeon would like to thank her teachers. Amrit Parmar. Amrit plans on attending UFE for a Bachelor of Arts. She would like to thank her parents, and she's been awarded the Eileen Hardbattle Memorial Award. Cody Peltier. Cody plans on working. He would like to thank everyone that helped him on his journey throughout high school. James Peltier. James also plans on working and then pursuing work-related courses. He would like to thank his father, grandparents, and anybody else that supported him through his school years. Morgan Peters. Morgan plans on working. She would like to thank Janelle and Vanessa from the Compass program and Sam and Miss D from the Thrive Room. Cooper Petrie. Cooper is going to attend UFV in the fall. He would like to thank his parents, Mr. Diakow and Landon McLeod. Alex Pedersen. Alex would like to thank his teachers. Troy Pham. Troy plans to attend UFV. He'd like to thank his friends and family. Harneet Fangura. Next year, he plans to attend UFV for the Electrician Trades program. He would like to thank his family and friends. Griffin Phillips. Griffin is going to pursue an ecological restoration degree at BCIT. He would like to thank his family, teachers, and his friends for always being there for him. Griffin has won the Abbotsford Minor Hockey Scholarship and the Access to All Award. Neha Piche. Neha plans on attending UFE and volunteering with the Abbotsford Fire Search and Rescue. She would like to thank her teachers. She's won the Darlene Gottschalk Memorial, Judith Ratzlaff Memorial, and the District Scholarship for Visual Arts. Juan Piedrahita. Juan would like to thank his teachers. Antonina Palushkin. Antonina plans on working. She would like to thank her brother Simon, her sisters, her mom and her dad. She wouldn't be here without you guys. Sarah Portis. Sarah will be attending California State University, Long Beach, studying biochemistry and playing Division I water polo. She would like to thank her parents, Auntie Jenny and Mr. DeLiba. She's won the Abbotsford Principals and Vice Principals Association District Scholarship for elite athletes. Connor Powell. Connor plans to work for a year, then go back to UFV for his Level 2 Automotive Mechanics Certificate. He would like to thank his family, his friends, Ms. Maxwell, Ms. Fillion, Ms. Wade, and his middle school teacher, Mr. Murphy. Bradley Prachnow. Bradley would like to thank his teachers. Jackson Pratt. Jack plans to begin a career as a heavy equipment operator. He is thankful for the support of his family and friends. Sam Price. Sam plans to attend UFV in the fall. She would like to thank her teachers, family, and friends for their love and support. Sam has won the Aaron Burgess Scholarship, the Aaron Burgess Memorial Scholarship, and the Honda Way Award. Elena Providor. Elena will go to university next year and maybe do some part-time work. She would like to thank her teachers and all the staff. Gurkarn Rai. Gurkarn plans to study business administration at UFE, also continuing to learn at his mother and father's company. He would like to thank all his friends, family, and teachers.
Manya Rai. Manya is going to Blanche McDonald for fashion design next year. She would like to thank her family and friends. Simran Rai. Simran will be attending UFV in the fall. She'd like to thank her teachers, friends, and family for supporting her throughout her high school career. Simran Rai. Simran will attend post-secondary at UFV in the fall. Simran would like to thank her family, friends, close teachers, and close friends. Harjot Ram Griya. Harjot is going to BCIT for accounting, and he'd like to thank everyone. Jobin Randawa. Jobin is going to SFU for the Bachelor's of Science. He'd like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. Rita Riaz. Rita is going to study psychology in the Bachelor of Arts program at the University of the Fraser Valley. Rita would like to thank her sister and close families for supporting her throughout the years. Amanda Rentoul. Amanda will be attending UFV in the fall. She'd like to thank her parents and her teachers. And Amanda is also the recipient of the Vibrant Photography Award. Alyssa Rivney. Alyssa would like to thank her teachers. Caitlin Rivney. This grad would also like to thank their teachers. Tegan Romaine. Tegan is going to be playing youth sports soccer and studying at the University of Lethbridge. He'd like to thank his parents, grandparents, and coaches. He is also receiving the Citadel Club Ted Perry Memorial Award tonight. Emily Rushka. Emily will be attending UFV in the fall, and Emily would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Maven Russell. Maven is going to work in the fall and work towards schooling. He would like to thank his friends for being amazing, good friends, but most importantly, huge thanks to his family for their endless support. Kavneet Sahoda. Kavneet is going to study science at the University of Alberta. Kavneet would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Sukhjit Sahoda. Sukhjit will be attending the CAP program in the fall. Sukhjit would like to thank his mom and dad and Mrs. Backer and Mrs. Crawford. Manraj Sani. Manraj will be studying science at UFV in the fall. He would like to thank his family and teachers, but most importantly, my friends and the people I got to know. Yuvaraj Sani. Yuvaraj will be completing qualifying studies in the fall. He'd like to thank my family and BC Children's Hospital. Ripin Sandhu. Ripon plans to attend the University of the Fraser Valley next year and do a Bachelor's of Science degree. Ripon would love to thank her family, Mrs. Nyberg, and teachers, especially Mr. Newton, Miss Nira, and Mr. Lawrence for helping her have a great experience. And Ripon is also receiving the Multicultural Diversity Award tonight. Gia Sangopal. Gia will be attending the University of Fraser Valley in the fall, and she'd like to thank her friends and family. Jeriz Santos. Jeriz plans on attending the University of Victoria in the fall. She'd like to thank her teachers, my friends, and most importantly, her family for making sure that she actually graduated. And thanks for taking the volleyball journey with us, Jeriz, this year. Well done, congratulations. Ethan Sherban. Ethan will be attending UFE in the fall, and he'd like to thank his family. Sienna Seaton. Sienna plans on taking a gap year and working full-time, then going into post-secondary for education, for teaching, or kinesiology. She'd like to thank her family and friends and her best friend and her family for being by her side and never giving up on her. Anastasia Sidore. This grad would like to thank their teachers. Esther Song. Esther will be attending SFU in the Faculty of Arts and Social Studies. Esther would like to thank her teachers and family, and especially her friends for helping her through hard times. Michaela Seymour. Michaela would like to thank her teachers. Madison Shanks. Madison will be attending UFE criminology program in the fall for policing. She would like to thank her family, friends, Mr. H, and above all, Michaela Trolland. Maddie will be receiving the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award, the City of Abbotsford Fire Rescue Service Benevolent Society Award as well. Dia Sharma. Dia's plans for next year are post-secondary to start off the dental hygienist program. Dia would like to thank her family and friends for their support. Also tonight, she'll be receiving the District Scholarship for Photography Award. Mukti Sharma. Mukti plans on attending UFE and getting her Bachelor's of Science degree. She'd like to thank all the amazing teachers, her family and friends for all their support and encouragement. And tonight she also receives the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Mamuksha Sharma. Mamuksha will be pursuing a career in medicine. She would like to thank her teachers, family, and friends for supporting her through her high school journey. And she also will be receiving the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Neha Sharma. Neha is planning to take UFE courses this fall. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and her teachers. Armand Sidhu. Armand would like to thank his teachers. Gurleen Sidhu. Gurleen plans on going to UFE for the Bachelor's of Science. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and teachers. Harmanpreet Sidhu. Harmanpreet would like to thank their teachers. Harnurjot Sidhu. Harnurjot would like to thank their teachers. Inder Sidhu. Inder is going to work this next year to save up for university, and Inder would like to thank his family, his friends, and his teachers. Navjeet Sidhu. Navjeet plans to go on going to UFE for first year for criminology this year, and Navjeet would like to thank her family, friends, teachers, and especially parents. Rajan Sidhu. Rajan will be attending UFE in the fall for the Business Administration program in September. He'd like to thank his family and friends, and he also is receiving an Abbotsford Teachers Union Award tonight as well. Sabir Sidhu. Sabir plans to attend UFE, and he'd like to thank his family and his friends. Un Sim. Un plans on attending SFU criminology in the fall, and she would like to thank all the inspiring teachers she has had, especially Mr. Thiessen, Miss Turner, Bowie, Coleman, and Miss Ann Penner, Key Club, friends and parents. Un will be receiving tonight the Abbotsford Police Board Award, the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award, the Kiwanis Club Award, and the prestigious UGLA Family Scholarship through Simon Fraser University. Jacob Sims. Jacob will be studying engineering at UBC in the fall. He'd like to thank his parents and teachers for their support. And today he will also be receiving the Abbotsford Community Foundation Award. Aryan Singh. Aryan would like to thank their teachers. Jaskaran Singh. Jaskaran would like to thank their teachers.
And ladies and gentlemen, the last group. Rajdeep Singh. This grad would like to thank his teachers. Simrat Singh. Simrat's attending university and would like to thank his family and friends for supporting him. Alexandra Smitten. Alexandra is attending UBC, and she would like to thank Ms. Turner, Ms. White, Mr. Perry, Ms. Bowater, and Ms. Lawrence for being role models in her life. Daljot Shram. Daljot's attending UFE, getting his bachelor's in criminology. He'd like to thank his friends and his family and his teachers. Gurnor Saran. Gurnor would like to thank his teachers. Madeline Strayton. Madeline's taking a gap year, but she'd like to thank her friends, her family, and thank you, Perry, for the platypus for controlling me the entire time. Cameron Stubbs. Cameron would like to thank his teachers. Julianne Sue. Julianne will be attending University of British Columbia for a Bachelor of Science program. She would like to thank all those who have supported her throughout these years, including her parents, friends, and teachers. And Julianne is also receiving the Hartley Rosalind Lovick Memorial, Kiwanis Club, and District Scholarship Community Service Award. Anad Suda. Anad would like to travel the world before going to college. He'd like to thank his family and his friends and the teachers. Jake Suter. Jake is attending school to be a full-time sheet metal fabricator. He'd like to thank Mr. Gill for his job opportunity. Jada Takamina. Jada would like to thank her grads and her teachers. Chams Terry. Chams will be attending UFE for the engineering transfer program. I'd like to thank all my teachers and for supporting me, and especially my parents for encouraging me to pursue my dreams. Go Engineers. Jordan Talbot. Jordan plans on working full-time and upgrading classes at AVS, heading into respiratory therapy at Thompson Rivers University. She'd like to thank all her teachers. Stephanie Teese. Stephanie is on her way to becoming a teacher. She'd like to thank her friends, her families, and teachers for all the support. Stephanie is also a recipient of the Elaine Hardbattle Memorial and Fraser Valley Vendor. Tyson Tennant. Tyson plans to study business at the University of the Fraser Valley. He'd like to thank his friends and his family and his peers. Ashita Thakur. Ishida is planning on going to university, and she'd like to thank her friends and her families and her art teachers. Brandon Tipavong. Brandon is going to be planning on working and traveling the world in search of purpose. He'd like to thank Ms. Potts, Ms. Nyberg, Madame Sauvé, Madame Mello, Madame Gibson, Madame Castonguay, Mr. Bell, Mr. Barker, Mr. Sadu, Mr. Billow, Ms. Powell, and Mr. John. Kiera Thompson. Kiera plans on attending Queen's University to study biochemistry. She'd like to thank her parents and her teachers, and Kiera is also the recipient of the Calder Giacani Memorial Award. Yorkshita Taki. Yorkshita will be attending University of Victoria. She'd like to thank her friends, her family, and teachers, and she's also the recipient of the Calder Giacchini Memorial Award. Simran Tor. Simran is going to be a Bachelor of Science at UFE. She'd like to thank her friends, her peers, for all the great memories, and her family and her teachers for all the love and support. Sukdeep Tour. Sudeep plans to plan spending his post-secondary at UFE. Likes to thank his friends and his family and all of his teachers throughout all of high school. Joey Torbett. Joey is attending the carpentry program. He'd like to thank Finn Strayton, his mother, his father, Miss Wade, Mr. Skelton, and all his friends. David Tran. David Tran is plan on attending BCIT in the winter to pursue a career in radiology. He'd like to thank his family and his friends for supporting him all these years through high school and through the pandemic. Victor Tran. Victor is attending BCIT and he would like to thank his mom. Peyton Travis. Peyton is studying to get his Bachelor of Arts with a psychology major. She'd like to thank her friends and her family. Michaela Trollin. Michaela is attending SFU. She'd like to thank her family, her coaches, and I guess Maddie Shanks. Marcus Van Nuys. Marcus is planning to take a year off to get to work, but he'd like to thank Mr. Miramaldi, Ms. Beck, and Sasha Lambert. Yasmin Van Shank. Yasmin plans on attending Carleton University to major in brain and cognitive science. She'd like to thank her sister, parents, her friends for supporting her, Mr. Jaswell, Mr. Newton, Ms. Nyberg, and Madame Sauvé for always being there for her. Marcos Manuel. Marcos would like to thank his teachers. Christian Valata. Christian plans for post-secondary are going into Bachelor's of Criminology. He would like to thank all his teachers throughout the 2 years he's attended Mowat. Piranjok Berg. Piranjok would like to thank his teachers. Rin Volpati. Rin plans to go to work right away and start volunteering. She would like to thank her friends, her teachers, and her counselors. Xin Yi Wang. Xin Yi is going to the University of Toronto. She'd like to thank her parents, her homestay family, and her friends. Yidong Wang. Yidong would like to thank his teachers. Shalisa Webb. Lisa plans on attending the Cook program at Abbey Senior. She'd like to thank her friends and her family. Ethan Waddell. Ethan plans to go to University Fraser Valley. He'd like to thank his English and his LSS teachers for the support and Mr. DeLiba because he's great. August Welch. August would like to just start working right away, and he likes to thank his family and Jamie. Evan Weeb. Evan would like to thank his teachers. Natalie Weeb. Natalie plans on continuing growing her skills as a barber. And she'd like to thank everyone that believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Luke Wittenberg. Luke is heading to the Unify Mechanics program. He would like to thank his teachers and his friends, and he's also a recipient of the Carol Rumpel Memorial Award and the Tony Aining Memorial Award. And lastly, but not least, Sean Zhang. Sean would like to thank his teachers, his friends, and his family.
All right,
righty, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. So I'm going to ask for the house lights to come on so that our grads are in full light. Parents, if you could get your cameras ready for this one. This is the moment you don't want to miss. We'll give everybody a little bit of time. Grads, anticipation, 13 years in the making. Are you a little excited? You sat patiently for everybody to go across the stage. Alrighty, as principal of W.J. Mouat Secondary, I declare the class of 2022 to be duly and regularly graduated.
Congratulations, grads. We'll just have everybody take your seat again. Our last two awards this evening. We will now present two of W.J. Mouat's most prestigious awards to two very deserving graduates. The Jill Nelson Memorial Scholarship, an award will be presented by Mr. Mike Perry, followed by the W.J. Mouat Memorial Scholarship Award, also known as the Mr. or Mrs. Mouat Award, presented by Miss Karen Bowater. Mr. Perry, Miss Bowater.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations. All right, I'll be quick. Tonight I have the pleasure of presenting this year's Jill Nelson Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipient exemplified dedication, improvement, sportsmanship, enthusiasm, and teamwork, kind of like all that stuff, like good stuff. Not only were they a dedicated and influential teammate who represented our school both on and off our field, just an all-around good person. As a member of our senior boys soccer team, they sniped goals and they made huge saves. It's kind of a good thing to have on a soccer team. As a member of our school's esports Rocket League team, he and his squad won our first ever provincial esports championship, our first ever. I am both proud and honored to have taught and coached this young man. I am confident that he will have success at the next level as he travels to very, very cold Manitoba to pursue a scholarship in soccer at the University of Lethbridge. I was just testing your geographic skills there. It's Alberta, but it's still cold. This year's 2022 Jill Nelson Memorial Scholarship, Tegan Romaine.
Congratulations, Tegan. Okay, our final award this evening is in memory of our school's namesake, Mr. W.J. Mouat, and is one of the greatest honors to be bestowed upon one of our graduates. Such a special and prestigious award demands an outstanding individual who demonstrates major achievement and participation in the areas of academics, athletics, and service. Academically speaking, this student has excelled. Teachers describe this individual as bright, inquisitive, and thoughtful. This student consistently demonstrates dedication and a strong work ethic and is an active participant in all their classes. A look at this student's transcript reveals straight A's in every course since grade 9, despite taking on the additional challenge of Abbey virtual classes and the French immersion program. In fact, I did not see a single mark that was not in the 90s, except the 100s, on their entire transcript. In terms of athletics, this student is an accomplished dancer. Weekly, they devote over 20 hours of practice in the studio and have been recognized with numerous awards. In fact, on top of having a few other things on their plate, this student completed their ballet exam last night. Lastly, in addition to these outstanding academic and athletic accomplishments, this student is also a champion in the area of service, thereby fulfilling the final criteria for the Mr. Mouat Award. Our winner exemplifies the values that our school practices and promotes, and practices servant leadership in both the community and in the school. Teachers rave about this student as a person of integrity, who is kind, genuine, and intrinsically motivated to help others. This student is a valued member of student leadership who can be counted on to take the lead on any initiative willingly and with a smile, and receives much praise from their peers in the process. It is not uncommon for this student to message their leadership teachers late into the evening where they are still at the school preparing for an event. I recently read an essay by Canadian author Bunmi Ladadan, and I wanted to read you an excerpt. We as a society praise people a lot for their accomplishments. We praise the children who are talented, exceptional musicians, artists, and at the top of their class. We're impressed by the well-spoken kids, the early readers, the athletes. We marvel at trophies and out-of-state competitions. But you know the ones I appreciate the most? The ones this world needs the most? The kind. The kind will keep us going. I love the kind children so much. The kind are changing lives and helping the unseen know they matter. The kind, with their simple actions and tender hearts, bring light to dark corners and chase away the shadows. They prove the storm cloud thoughts wrong with their sunshine. Talents are wonderful, but the kind children are it for me. They're my favorites because of the warmth they share. May we raise kind-hearted and tender people. How precious they are. I would like to call on our principal, Mrs. Linda Polistretti, to present the coveted Mr. W.J. Mouat Memorial Award to someone who we clearly praise for all her incredible accomplishments, but who we love for her infectious positivity and kindness, Miss Valeria Garza Ambriz.
We're so close, so close. And now, graduates and honored guests, it is the second most anticipated event of the evening is about to take place. I will go so far as to say that your future successes and failures in life on what you take away from this next speaker and their message. Please welcome your principal, Ms. Linda Paulus-Reddy, with her principal's address.
Now I have to say that that's a lot of pressure for an introvert. Thanks, Ms. Bell. Graduates, family members, friends, staff, platform party, it's an honor to be part of the celebration for the grad class of 2022 at Mouat. It's a pleasure to share in the intensity of emotions filling this entertainment center as you, who are graduating, close this chapter of your life story. My introduction to this class began with the first grad activity of the school year, Grad Cruise. In late September, we lined up for buses on a rainy afternoon. As we neared Vancouver, the skies parted and blue and white clouds emerged. We boarded 2 boats, one large and rather stately, and the other a little smaller, with a little bit of a smaller crew. We'll call it the paddle wheeler. Now, Miss Rajabali and I took the smaller boat. Like Gilligan's Island, we set off on a 3-hour cruise. Having toured the peninsula, we turned to make our way back home when suddenly our boat lost power. An eerie feeling when you have no lights, and then a big black puff of smoke emerges from the engine compartment with a loud bang, while the staff scatter in different directions. It was at this time that I tried to remember the emergency procedures. Looked to the shore, desperately tried to calculate the distance, boat to shore, boat to shore. What was the water temperature? Where along the seawall had we progressed? Where was the other boat? Oh no, ahead, not behind. How many grads were on board? And calmly thought, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yes, Dory from Finding Nemo, which premiered the year you were born, graduates, flew into my head. Just keep swimming. The shoreline wasn't that far. Just keep swimming. The boat at half capacity. Just keep swimming. And at that moment, the generator kicked in and we had lights. Yet, a plume of gray smoke emerged again. Gulp. Just keep swimming. And finally, what seemed like an eternity later, the captain got us limping towards our destination. No matter how difficult life gets, you'll be surprised at just how much you can handle if you just keep swimming. Entering Mouat as a startled yet energized set of grade 9s, you were ready for the excitement and, dare I say, freedom of high school. As Nemo emphatically exclaimed, fish are not meant to be kept in a box, and neither were you. Grade 9 was the first year you were allowed to leave campus, and yes, the Husky station loomed and a slushie with your name beckoned. Friday night lights took shape, and you cheered your friends on to victory while hanging with your friends. An introduction to my blueprint was followed by groans. You experienced the joys of flex escape and the heartache on the dance floor as Mr. Bell exited the building. The grade 12 sharks had not eaten the new fish, and over the summer, your hormones balanced, your voice found its pitch, and many of you grew just a little bit taller. You swam through the hallways and entered your sophomore year full of optimism, or, as Dory exclaimed, I'd say it was a half-full day. Just keep swimming. Grade 12 started with so much promise, a full slate of athletic endeavors, the ability to start full labs in science, finally, fencing in PE, and more. And then March of 2020 emerged from the black depths of the ocean floor. We switched to online learning over an unknown spring break and with much uncertainty ahead. A difficult situation? Yes. Some were frightened. Some were mad. Some were sad. Some were overwhelmed. And many of you did not give up. Remember, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. With independence and resilience, you swam through the abyss of grade 11 with half days, 5 weeks in one course, 5 weeks online, only 2 courses at a time, and wait, you had to stay in the same cohort? No friends, no lunch, no athletics, no clubs, no hallway wandering, and no chillin'. And yet, you just kept swimming. You just kept swimming. On the upside, you had the best lunches ever, courtesy of home and mom, naps at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, late night work sessions, average submission time, 2 a.m. You learned to love 9 a.m. Google Meets, in bed, PJs on, maybe you were sleeping, and those nature walks that occurred during 3-hour classes, and most importantly, spittle-proof front row seats courtesy of plexiglass. And remember, you just kept swimming. You just kept swimming. You demonstrated your resilience in the face of adversity and uncertainty. You took on school that no parent, no grandparent has ever experienced. Was it amazing? No. Was it manageable? Yes. Did you overcome? Absolutely. You just kept swimming. And you didn't drown, but you swam into the black depths of the ocean searching for your face mask. As a class, you supported each other. Some may have dog paddled, others floated, still more flipped on their back and did a mean backstroke. And many of you developed new skills like a butterfly or a front crawl. You kept your head above water and you triumphed. Enter your indefatigable grade 12 year. What does that long 6-syllable word mean? It means you persisted tirelessly. Your positivity and daring attitude provided a lighthouse beacon as you entered September of 2021. But wait, a storm appeared on the horizon. You overcame floods with half your teachers on the other side of a bridge in Chilliwack, with 4 different bell schedules, a reopening delay after the holidays, an Omicron functional closure, no TOCs available, and more than a half a dozen teachers teaching anatomy and physiology in one semester. And then there were the random COVID disappearances. When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do. Just keep swimming. And we found those moments between health orders to celebrate, laugh, and make each other ink, as Squid would say. The return of football with hard tackles, to the senior girls volleyball team making it into playoffs and almost knocking off the top contender in the 5th set, to the expansion of boys and girls soccer or wrestling provincials with medals and a girls banner, to an esports banner, to the girls rugby team taking home 3rd place at provincials, or the rush on the floor following the senior boys championship win. We cheered each other on from the sidelines, celebrating the return to school. We applauded those who shared their dance moves, singing chops or boy band moves in the talent show, and experienced the rush of the pep rally when Nira, took a tumble and laughed together in one moment after another. At the night to remember, we discovered that some of you are counting card sharks and stacked up the chips, while others threw lucky charms and enjoyed each other's personal space during the hypnotist show. There was team success at Tough Mudder, a tumble due to an imaginary rock, and the joys of anything but a backpack when your creativity shone. The admin enjoyed watching the boys learn to back their cars into the parking lot spot. Rear camera, shoulder check. Rear camera, shoulder check. And yes, you overcame academic adversity, completing grade 12 classes with only half of grade 10 and half of grade 11. But you persevered and worked hard and found success because you just kept swimming.
The future is scary. The last few years have taught us unpredictable and mysterious, but the brain is a miraculous thing. According to Dory, I remember it like yesterday, but then of course, I don't remember yesterday all that well. In a few short years, you'll remember high school as a time of freedom or independence, resilience or perseverance, or a time of promise. I hope that you have immersed yourself in the Mouat Ocean and that you come back to us and share your escapades. Isn't that funny? It sounds a lot like escape. In the oceans of life before you, from trade school or university, from earning some coin or taking a gap year, from tackling an adventure or staying with the status quo, remember, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Oh wait, I should have said, spread your wings and fly, Hawks. To the grad class of 2022, thank you for a remarkable 4 years.
Only 3 more speeches to go. I'm just kidding, come on. Thank you, Ms. Palestrelli. I especially enjoyed the Dory references. Before we leave, yep, we're gonna do it soon. There are several people whom we'd like to thank this evening. First of all, a big thank you to the work and support of the Abbotsford Community Foundations. Their continued generosity, along with the support from the donors, go a long way to help offset the high costs of post-secondary education for our award recipients tonight. Thank you again to our school trustees and senior administration who faithfully support our many activities, including the one this evening, with their time and their efforts. We appreciate you very much being here tonight. Thank you to our Parent Advisory Council who continue to support WJ Mouat in so many ways. A big thank you to Miss Wade and the WJ Mouat Concert Band for your wonderful music selections, and thank you to our grade 11 ushers for your help this evening. On behalf of the grad class of 2022, I would like to thank the organizing committee for Night to Remember, Sean and Tammy McCaskill, Shauna Van News, Steve Sims, Dave and Tammy Coop, Tanya and Tom Talbot, Trina and Martin Evans, Wendy Hendricks, Diane Welch, Sharon Phillips, Jazz and Daryl Pichet, Paula Sadu, and Christy Price. And although you have not seen much of them this evening, our counselors, Ms. Nyberg, Ms. Merrick, and Ms. Thompson, have been hard at work backstage, maintaining order and keeping nerves calm. I would like to also give a big round of applause to all of our teacher readers. And last but not least, a very special thank you to Ms. Jennifer Nira, Mr. Ryan Porth, and Ms. Ranbir Mangit for their work on the slideshows this evening. And finally, like many things at Mouat, without Miss Karen Bowater and her organizational skills, endless energy, and many hours of work, this night would not have been possible. Thank you very much, Miss Bowater. And now, we are going to move into the final stage this evening, the recessional. Woohoo! We ask the audience to please remain seated out of respect for our grads that will be exiting in front of their parents and loved ones in their graduation gowns for the last time. Grads, you will follow their leaders out in the same order you came in earlier and meet your families on the concourse entrance level. Grads, please rise for your recessional, and congratulations once again from all of us at WJ Mouat Secondary. You gotta get.
Yeah,